Opportunities come to us almost all the times, we get opportunities, but I have seen people who don't know to identify, or first of all identify the opportunity. Maybe they know to explore the opportunity, but they don't know to identify the opportunities. Like, there are only few people who have gone from a very zero to hero stage, because they were having that capacity to identify the opportunities at the right time. So today let me have a talk regarding identifying opportunities, like a short story which will give you a lesson, which will give you it's a theme based stories where you can identify the opportunities. Okay, so let's start. Jay's Talks. There was a boy, he was highly qualified, so he was an engineer, and then he did some other courses as well. Then he was working for a private firm. He was not getting that much of payment. Why? Because he was a fresher, so he was getting hardly 15,000 or 20,000 rupees. So but he was not happy with that salary. Why? Because his qualifications and his knowledge also was very good. He was highly knowledgeable guy, so he was not happy with that. So he was having a big set of dreams. He wanted to fulfill his parents' wishes, and he wanted his parents to make him he wanted to make his parents to travel in a flight also. Like, that was his ultimate dreams. Like, he wanted his parents to enjoy the luxuries. So what he did is, even though his salary was less, he was getting less of payment. He started joining for some other Pizza Hut. Like, from morning to evening he works in that office. Then evening from around 7 to 11:30 p.m. in the night, he works in that Pizza Hut, so that he gets some extra income. So from there also he used to get around 10,000 to 15,000, depends on the number of working days. So altogether he was getting around 35,000. Altogether like 15,000 or 20,000 plus another 10,000. Hardly he was getting below 40,000, right? So with this OT everything, he used to get some minimal amount. But still he was living in the world of disappointments. He was not happy with that. He was a spiritual guy. He used to go to temple and he used to complain to the God, like, I am working really hard, I have this much of intelligence, but still why you have put me in such a place where I'm not able to perform. So again the days went. He was working hard for months together. So one point of time he went to one ashram where he's fond of a Guruji. So he goes to that Guruji, and that Guruji, he's told this problem to that Guruji. Many people will be gathered there to tell their problems. So fortunately, luckily, the day he went, there was not much of rush, and that Guruji was about to go to the bath. So there is a river behind that ashram. So he used to take bath in that river. So this guy tells his problem to that Guruji, and Guruji is, luckily Guruji was interested in this topic, and he tells that boy, come with me. So when he goes to take the bath, this boy also accompanies him. He don't talk anything while they both walk to the river. Guruji goes there and he starts bathing there. He is waiting here and he is feeling inside like, what this crazy guy. He's called me here and I asked him some advice. He's taking bath there. What should I do there? So this Guruji finishes his bath and comes back and tell to this boy, I can understand your problem. You're really desperate. You have big capacity, and there is some problem in you which I feel still you have not identified what I feel. So I'll tell you something. There are many stones near the bank of the river. There will be round stones, right? So there are many stones. So you have to find out there is a stone which is having a power which can heal you all your problems. Once you have that stone, you can keep it in your house, and then there will be a big positive energy. Whatever your wish, it's gonna give you, like it's having a goddess power in that stone. But the thing is, you have to search and find out which is that stone. He asked that Swamiji, here there is 10,000 stones in the bank of this river. How can I find out that which is the stone? So he was totally a bit confused, and he starts with an argument with the Swamiji. Swamiji was very cool, and he was telling, I'll tell you one more thing. I'll tell you one more easy thing how to find out that stone. All the stones near this bank of river is very cool, but the stone what I tell, it will be bit of heat, it will be hot, its temperature will be bit high. So you have to find it out. Rest is in your hands. This guy starts finding all the stones, he starts collecting all the stones, but there should not be confusion, right? Then he should not recount the same stone what he has already taken. So he gathers all the stones in one side, what and all stones he has checked, he puts in one direction. Days went, so 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. Then what he started doing is, whatever the counting started going in a very fast fashion. So whichever the stone he was finding, it was not heat, he was just throwing to that river. This started become his habit, and 2-3 days gone, like almost a week gone. One day he just takes all the stones and he throws one stone in the river. After throwing that, he feels that was the hot stone what the Swamiji has told, right? This happens with everyone. We'll be like counting many things, sometimes we miss certain things. There is a saying in English, counting the stars you should not miss the moon. The same thing happened with him. He was throwing all the stones in between. With that fast action, he has thrown that hot stone to that river. He was totally worried, and he goes and tells to the Swamiji, I got that stone as per your advice, but unfortunately I have thrown that stone to that river. Then Swamiji tells the same thing to him. This I want to convey to you. You got that hot stone, right? Then you have thrown it, but that is because you are not conscious. You are not able to take the opportunity. You are not able to handle that opportunity in the right way. You have got many opportunities, but you have to take it in the right sense, or you have to take it in the right fashion. You should not trade some good opportunity in the same fashion. If something is really passionate for you, if you really have an opportunity which you feel that I want this, you should treat it in a different fashion. Why I am telling this story? Because in another few months, all the students, all the youngsters are going to write 10th exams, 12th exams, competitive exams, entrance exam, everything, right? So you should know, like I have seen many of my friends and colleagues and relatives, like they are going and writing many exams all together, which they are not really don't know which exams they want. So what I want to tell you, you should know where you want to go, where you want to land your flight. Once you clearly know that here I want to park my flight, you should know which is that exam. That exam you should give an extra attention, an extra care when you write that exam. Don't write that exam like normal exams. You go and write, so you feel like, oh, I have to write these many of exams, that's why I'm writing this. No, you have to give an extra care to that. You have to clear that exam. Result is secondary. First you have to put your best efforts. Okay, this is Jaykumar Kalari here from J Stocks. Happy sunshine.